Hello, everybody. It's Brandon back again from the T-Storm Chasers. Um, we are looking at a new tornado warning. This one is for northeastern Carson County and north central South Dakota. It's until 7 p.m. And it was this McLaughlin cell I was talking about at the end of that other live stream that we just got done with. So, looking right at here, this is where that circulation would be. It was capable of producing a tornado located near McLaughlin, moving east at 25 miles an hour. Um, this dangerous storm will be near Mato at around 640 Mountain. So that was 3 minutes ago. Um, and so the rest of this warning box is mainly rural areas, and it is moving slow. So it's kind of easier to track with this being close to the Bismarck and the Aberdeen radars, unlike the other cell earlier by White Horse. So looking at this right here, this is where that circulation would be. And we're going to look at storm relative velocities. So storm relative velocity is pretty much base velocity, but just storm relative. So the way it's moving and the direction of the winds, it's kind of relative to that. So looking at correlation coefficient, it's kind of hard to tell here. I'm not really seeing any like debris balls here. We're going to turn my red box on, and we're going to turn on base velocity for this. So yeah, I'm not really seeing much in a debris ball. So this is still radar indicated, and base velocity for that one, and we're going to look at NROT on this one, which is our rotation, and that is where that rotation is. Right here is where that rotation is. So we're gonna take a 3D scan of this cell, like we've been doing. So mess that one up. So this is the south. Here is where that cell would be. Is that curvature right in this little hook here. We're gonna look at base velocity, lit volume. See how all these reds and greens are interacting with each other towards the surface and up into the storm? That is our rotation. That's with rotation, you have it spinning. We have it spinning like this, and then it turns up and on its side and on the ground for a tornado. But right now I'm seeing that that velocity right in there. That would be that rotation right about there, just west of, or just east of McLaughlin, I should say. So taking that away, we'll take and use our little pointer tool here. Yeah, no, that the NROT value is very high for this. We have 0.18, negative 26, 101 for our tops. And what I'm getting down here, that's where I'm getting it from. The higher these values is, the more the strength. So looking at this little graph we have here, is a 3 is the max going away, and a negative 2 is the max, or negative 2 is the max going away, and 3 is the most going towards. So looking over here, this would be where that rotational signature is. I'm going to play this out, see if I can't get any more updates. We do have an extension of the severe thunderstorm warning. So, of course it's doing this little jump deal. And this new severe thunderstorm warning does have a destructive tag. It is in between two different time zones because it is crossing the river. So it's 8:30 Central Daylight Time, 7:30 Mountain. Located 7 miles north of Mato, or 8 miles northeast of McLaughlin, moving east at 25. 70-mile-an-hour wind gust and ping pong ball size hail. And then, of course, this one is a tour possible because it is in that tornado warning. That tornado warning goes for another 12 minutes. So for the next 12 minutes, this will be our little area focused. That cell to the south, they did shrink that warning for northeastern Dewey County. It did move in that just more easterly direction. As I said earlier, when we got up the air last time, it was starting to turn more east than northeast. So we're going to reset here, and we're going to take a look. This is the Bismarck radar. So this cell is kind of like turning over at this point. The end rot on this one looks a little bit less impressive, but that circulation is definitely there. It's that wrapping around motion. Back, or that C, the C here. So looking at the warning one more time. Tornado is radar indicated and max hail size is 1.75 inches. So large hail associated with this storm. I'm gonna take this and we're gonna put base reflectivity on this and then base velocity on this one. So we have a rotation and then we have our rain and hail and all that. So as we see, this C type kind of looks like a boomerang, but it's a C, and that's the inflow notch right there, and then this part of the cell would curl back, and usually we'd see a curlicue for a well-defined tornado, but we're not seeing that at this point. Does that mean there is not a tornado in there? No, that is not true. Tornadoes can happen in the weirdest places. I've seen them in lines. I've seen them all over the place, but this right now doesn't really have that shape associated with it, but it does have the circulation to back it up on velocity. So looking over here, it's just to the west of Kennel. I think that is how you say that. Or just the east of Pollock. Or west of Pollock. Sorry. It is probably about a good it's 7:51 Central Time right now. It's just about to hit Kennel in about 4 minutes. I'd give you another 10 minutes over there in Pollock before this very dangerous storm hits you. But hopefully this tornadic part stays and splits Kennel and Wakapala. I believe that's how you say that. Sorry if I'm butchering it, but hopefully that straddles in between those two areas and stays to the south of Pollock in Kennel. But this is on the easterly course, so I can't rule out the Pollock Kennel area as well. So this is kind of like riding the border at this point of North Dakota and South Dakota. So for the next 8 minutes here, that's going to be our focus, is this tornado warning. It has moved past McLaughlin. You are still in this warning, but it has moved past you. And it is moving the other way. So at this point, I am going to call McLaughlin all clear at this point. There is some rain out behind you. It's about to hit you, but that is not in any way, shape, or form gonna hurt you. But looking at the Bismarck radar here, this got a little bit more impressive here. Not the circulation part, but this hail core here. Radar is saying 2¼ inch hail, but we are far away from the radar, so I'm not going to trust that. I'm still going to run the original ping pong ball size hail. So, still very large hail, so if you are in this warning polygon here, please take shelter. Don't want to get hit in the head by that type of hail. It would not feel good. I think you'd get knocked out, or leave a pretty good welt in your head. Not the best thing to get hit by, though. So, these cells are all moving to the east now. They've shifted more east than northeast, so they are moving just straight this way. Within the next probably, I'd say within the next hour and a half or two, I would see Aberdeen starting to get some rain as these cells towards Gettysburg try to move, and all the remnants of the old cells back behind that cell start to move this way. We are going to see some rain later on tonight, and then we are getting prepped for another severe weather day tomorrow and on Tuesday as well. I haven't really looked crazy too much into those two. I've kind of been more focused on today because I knew we were going to have some weather, but if I can get any information on that, I will before we end this off. But taking another look at this tornado warning, we're going to recycle here, kind of like back it out a little bit. It is past McLaughlin now, so it is to the east of McLaughlin. It is moving east at 25 miles an hour. Kennel, you're right in line with this. Pollock, you're also in line with this as of now. It is moving east at 25 miles an hour, like I said. Now a 3-inch hail tag on it, but that is from the radar, and the radar is far away. So, this warning is warned for ping pong ball size hail and 60 mile an hour winds, no, 70 mile an hour winds. And it is now splitting a time zone, so 8:30 Central Daylight Time, 7:30 Mountain for northeastern Corson and northwestern Campbell counties. Pollock and Kennel, like I said, 6:55, so right now it's starting to hit you, Kennel. So as we look closer into this, we're finding the circulation right around here, right in this area. Any one little bit of this area could produce a tornado. It just has to tighten up a little bit more. So, very large hail associated with this cell too. I would not be surprised if there's any storm spotters or any local people out in this area. That'll be the reports out of there. New tornado warning. So, this one is now straddling a time zone as well. So this is for East Central Corson County in North Central South Dakota and Western Campbell County in North Central South Dakota as well. So this is until 8:30 Central Daylight Time, 7:30 Mountain. At 7:55 or 6:55 Mountain, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Kennel, or 12 miles north of Wagapala, moving east at 30 miles an hour. I'm just not even going to attempt to try to say it correctly, I guess. But tornado and ping pong ball size hail, radar indicated rotation. It'll be around Kennel at around 7, so it is moving a little bit slower. Actually, is it moving a little bit faster at this point? 25 and 25. So it is moving a little bit faster. It just took a little bit of a weird turn. So, there's the radar update. Okay, cool. So, and it's not saying any other areas, so it's just going to cross the river after it passes near Kennel. So take cover, of course. Lowest floor of your home, sturdy building. Avoid the windows. If you're in a mobile home, your vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Very good words to live by. So, see if this this will update. There is that there is that couplet right in there. That is what they're warning this for. That is a very decent couplet right there. What my red box is right over. So, let's look. We're going to pop some more panels into this. We're going to put NROT over here. And we're going to put correlation coefficient over here. So correlation coefficient is very messy right now. This is all radar interference at this point, or very large hail. Correlation coefficient has this thing where it gets picked up on radar because it's a frozen object up in the air. So it gets picked up on radar like it's a debris signature, but it's not. So this is that outer lining of where that hail would start to be. This is where the couplet is, right in here. This NROT in the velocity scope here. And that's just south of Kennel at this point. New scans kind of put it a little bit smaller, but we're gonna do a scan on this. Let's see what we can find here. Base velocities are right here in that corner. ISO surface. Not really seeing much on the 3D scan, but I'm gonna take it back and I'm going to actually put a 3D scan on the whole cell, and maybe that'll tell us some sort of a story here. So there's the south. So this is looking from the south. There's Timberlake over there. There's Selby and Mound City, and then there's the storm that we're looking at for that tornado right there, and we're going to zoom right into it, and we're going to turn on base velocity here. And there is that 3D view of that storm right there. There is all that rotation. So, I'm going to take a different look at the cell here. That red box there, that, again, as I said earlier, that's that couplet. That's where that tornado would be. So this is moving east, so it's going to track in this direction. It might jump around a little bit, but that's the direction it's moving in. Past the warning box, Harried and Mound City, that's where we're looking at next. It is not warned, but it's starting to track to the north. There's that other, that's the original couplet right there. It would be shrouded in rain at this point, and it is moving towards Kennel. So, if you are in Kennel, please make sure you're in your tornado safe place. Lowest floor of your home, away from windows. If you have a bike helmet, put that on. Any type of helmet, or like a hockey helmet, football helmet, any type of helmet that is sturdy, please put that on. Go downstairs. You can use a mattress. You can use pillows and blankets. Make sure you're covered. Just get to the lowest floor of your home. Use as much between you and the outside as possible to protect you. But there is that circulation. That new scan is kind of put it in another place to the south of Kennel again. And that is 25 on 63. So in terms of, actually wait, no, that is not, it's 1 on 63, so 70 gate to gate, which is a term where we add up the reds and the blues, and it's thrown into a mile per hour rating, or a knot rating, which is the thing I have on here, as I'm measuring in knots for my wind. So just to the south of Kennel, like I said, it is tracking east. It has been hopping around, as I have seen. So if you are in Kennel, make sure lowest floor of your home, away from windows, interior closet, bathroom, as far away from the outside as you can possibly get, and as low as you can get. Please get there now. It is right near you. Don't go outside to try to see it. I know us Midwesterners like to go out and look when there's a tornado warning. Don't do that. If you don't get hit by the tornado, you will get hit by the huge hail and the strong winds, which is not a good thing. it looks like that one to the north has... it's still there, but there's a new one to the south here. New circulation to the south. So it's kind of jumping around, like I said. And you could see that backwards C here. Or that C, not backwards, but that C here. That's where that that wall cloud, if there is a wall cloud there, that's where that would be, and that's where that circulation would be. So that's where that tornado would most likely be on the reflectivity. So I'm going to take it back to 2 panels so we can see this a little bit easier. So right in here, that's where that tornado would be, or down to the south as well, in this little pocket of rain. We most usually see the tornadoes in a little hook, or you see a notch on the radar to indicate wind going into the cell. And it's called an inflow notch. So we would be looking up here to see it, but we're also seeing one down here as well. But that circulation is kind of weakened, but it's still right around here, just to the south of Kennel, just about to cross the river here. So zooming in here, that's where that circulation would be here. I'm going to check the warning to see if they updated it. They have not as of yet. I would assume within the next 5 minutes they're going to update the warning. And if they're thinking of extending it, they would be getting preparations to extend that towards Mound City and such areas. So this, resetting a little bit, this is our little picture that we got going on here. The tornado warning that we have is just straight to the north of Mobridge. Then we also have a new severe thunderstorm warning down here towards just to the east of Gettysburg. So this one is about 5 minutes old. This one is for northwestern Hand in central South Dakota, northern Hyde in western Falk, and southeastern Potter County until 8:45, and this one's for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. So that strength, or that cell out of Gettysburg, kind of fell apart, and all that energy went to the south, and this new cell popped up just to the south of Gettysburg and strengthened. So it is near Seneca at this point. It is located 8 miles northeast of Stone Lake, or 18 miles east of Gettysburg, moving east at 35 miles an hour. Berkmere and Falkton are the next targets from this cell, and also Seneca. It is just about over you as well. The hail marker that we have down here is shown 0.83 inches, so just under an inch, but I would not be surprised if there was some hail in there that is falling that is bigger than that, around between the inch and inch and a quarter range. Just checking up on this tornado warning again. We're going to check on the velocities from the Aberdeen radar. Aberdeen is the one warning this, I do believe. Yep, it is Aberdeen. So I'm just trying to see it from their point of view, where this would be just to the south of Kennel right in here. I'm guessing this is an older velocity scan. Let's see if I can't get an updated one. So I would believe at this point, I'm going to switch radars again. I believe at this point that circulation just to the south of Kennel should be just about to start moving across the river just about now. So the tornado is, if it's on the ground, it's switching time zones. So we're about to move across from mountain time to central daylight time. And that new cell just behind McLaughlin, this has strengthened in like the past 15 minutes to this. So McLaughlin, you might have another problem on your doorstep here in about 15 to 20 minutes if this keeps intensifying like that. This cell is not severe at this point, but it does have a hail marker on it for 1 inch hail. It is not warned for it, but my radar here is telling me 1 inch hail possible. So going back to the tornado warning here. This is what we're here for. It's just that signature, unless it recycled and moved backwards towards Kennel, is moving across the river. So let's see if we can't see it with storm relative velocity. There, right there. That's where that would be. So it's just about to move across the river. So let's look at our reflectivity. Yeah, that makes sense right in there. That would be that that radar signature that we're looking at. That's what we're trying to find here, and right in there. There's new signatures to the back, but that is our main one right in here. That would be where that tornado, if it is on the ground, it is on the ground right there. So it is moved past Kennel, but I'm going to ask the people there, if there's anybody watching there, please stay in your safe place until the hail and the wind is over. You want to make sure this storm completely moves out of the area before you get out of your safe place, just in case. And plus, you are still on that tornado warning. So the folks at the National Weather Service over there in Aberdeen have still have you in the warning, so they have you in the warning for a purpose. Nobody wants to go hampering on people's days. We just want to help you out and try to give you advice. So I'm going to zoom out and I'm going to reset once again. There is a new severe thunderstorm warning down here towards Atlantic and Creston. This line segment has started to bow out, so they're warning very large areas now because of the wind threat that these bowing segments have. This is not a derecho. Large bowing segments can be very windy. That's usually what they are. QLCSs, quasi-linear convective systems, which is just big lines of storms that create a lot of wind and rain. So that's kind of what we're looking at right here. It's not a derecho, like I said, but 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-size hail. Madison, Cass, Union, Guthrie, Audubon, Adams, Ringgold, Taylor, and Adair counties. Severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from 4 miles west of Brayton to 6 miles southeast of Lake Anita State Park to 4 miles southeast of New Market, moving at 50 miles an hour to the northeast. So lots of places impacted, like Creston, Atlantic, Greenfield, Guthrie Center, Lenox, Green Valley Lake, Dexter, Exira, and Adair and Casey. This includes Interstate 80 between mile marker 50 and 98. So these lines can produce tornadoes, like these little notches right here. That's what the National Weather Service would be watching. Like down in here, there's a little bit of a rotational signature. So these little notches they watch because the winds kind of pick up, make an inflow notch, spin up a tornado, and then they're gone before sometimes even people see them on radar, and they're very hard to warn. So we'll have to keep watching that as well. But I'm going to move back down to this tornado warning once again. So, velocity. It's kind of been standing still. It's been in this little tiny donut hole we see right here. It hasn't really moved much over the past couple of scans that I have seen. The intensity is still the same as the last time I looked at it. So it's just about to cross the river, if it hasn't already. Tornado and ping pong ball size hail is the threats with this, same as it has been. It's already past Kennel. So Kennel's getting some hail right now, some very gusty winds. They did shorten up this severe thunderstorm warning. They put out a severe weather statement. That's what they do with severe thunderstorm warnings. They update them with severe weather statements. So it is still 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts and ping pong ball size hail. It's pretty much that whole area, including Pollock now. So Pollock has been in the severe thunderstorm warning. It just hasn't been in the tornado warning. And they are still not in the tornado warning, but keep your eyes peeled if you are in Pollock. So, just looking around here. Thank you, Ryan. I am doing my job. Thank you. And yes, I did butcher that poor town's name. I would agree with you on that. So, it's mainly over a rural area right about now, just to the east of Kennel. Just looking right now, there's a couple little different spots that could put down a tornado. It's all in the same remote spot, so it's probably all in that same one wall cloud, if there is one. So just kind of conglomerating now. We saw a backward C. We saw a C shape earlier. It was kind of a big C, and there was a little notch in there. So now we see the slim C here, and right in here, and by the way, the radar, the reflectivity, so our rain and our hail, not our velocities, are behind from our velocity. So the one on the right is ahead of the one on the left. So this might not match up with each other, but that is most likely where that would be. Also, it could be in the clear slot to the south, but I would most likely put it right in this little notch here. So if this does close up, it would be shrouded in rain, so you would not be able to see it. It is riding the line to the north side, and it is right over the river, as we see right now. So I'm gonna look at a different radar here and see if I can't get a better picture of something else. Kind of looking to see if I can't see it on my phone first, because if I can't see it anywhere else, I'm just not gonna do that. So right about where that is we're right about a mile and a half away from Highway 1804, so local highway, and then Highway 10 as well, just to the south of Pollock. We're kind of in the weird area where we're in between a radar, and then we're also not really in that populated of an area. And then I also think that this cell here is gonna start to try to recycle and then curve down to the south, right around here. That's where I would think the next possible area of some good rotation would be down to the south here, to the south of Kennel as well. But at this point, our SRV, or storm relative velocity, shows this rotational signature moving across the water here, so across the Missouri River into the western part of the state. And they did just drop that warning off, so that warning has been canceled, so they must not be seeing anything else of worry anymore for that area. So Kennel, you are still in that significant, or the considerable threat severe thunderstorm warning, so please stay under cover for a little bit, for about another 10 minutes. I would do that before I got out of my shelter, just so that this cell can move through. And like I said earlier, this new cell here, they did issue a warning for it. So this is for 16-mile-an-hour wind gusts and half-dollar size hail. It's for southeastern Carson County until 8 p.m. Mountain. It'll be to Little Eagle around 7:30 Mountain Time. So just right in line with you. It is moving east at 25 miles an hour, if I did not say that before. So it's kind of hard to tell with this radar site that I'm using, but that hail would probably be just to the south of Bullhead, right in here. It would be the southern part of the cell, and then to the northern part of the cell, there still could be some hail, but I would expect some heavy rain out of the northern part of the cell. So that is moving east at 25 miles an hour and will be to Little Eagle at around 7:30. So get in your safe places, just for the wind and hail's sake. And then also, I wouldn't be surprised if this one to the south started rotating as well. This is a pretty good environment for not even tornadic development, but just for quick spin-ups. So just keep an eye out for all of this stuff here. So I'm going to back out and see if there's anything new. I'm not really seeing anything new other than that severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued a few minutes ago. So since that tornado warning has been dropped off, I think I'm going to get off again, and we will continue coverage if need be in a little bit. I'm just looking here, not really seeing much. This is a pretty intense cell over Gettysburg, but or near Gettysburg, but I'm going to get off here, and I will come back to you guys if we have another tornado warning or if we have a destructive severe thunderstorm warning. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in a little bit.